Hi everyone! Our project is a VR game specifically designed to help stroke survivors improve their hand function, also to track their condition. Stroke is a leading cause of death and disability. Every 2 seconds, someone in the world has a stroke. 1 out of every 6 people will have a stroke at some point in their lives, often leaving survivors with limited hand function interfere with grasping and handling of objects, which eventually may interfere with daily activities such as riding or using utensils independently and reduce the overall quality of life. Many of them would have to go through a rehabilitation process to improve the neuroplasticity through repetitive exercises in order to compensate for the neurological connections that had been lost due to brain damage, but any patients find it boring and they don't complete the sessions. So, our solution is virtual reality rehabilitation, as many recent researchers showed that training using VR and doing these exercises inside a virtual environment is more effective than traditional methods when it comes to improving neuroplasticity, which will lead to a much better recovery. In addition to engaging and enjoyable, those games can be customized to target specific skills that the patient needs to improve, and there are also levels depending on the patient's condition, and eventually we can follow up with the patient's condition with quantitative data to make sure that the patient is actually improving. Our VR system focusing on both upper extremity assessment and training. Assessment module to measure the patient's condition by measuring the temporal and spatial parameters of their upper extremity. The data gained from the assessment module will have an important role in knowing the difficulty level of the training module. In the training module, only assesses the success to perform a more complicated game. We developed 3 different separated games for training and assessment of hands velocity, range of motion, and patient's reaction time. This is the first module. Shape sorter game. The patient is required to compose 3 different geometric shapes to complete the pyramid. In this module, our target is the enhancement of the hand's velocity and the path trajectory. For the second module, Get Books from the Shelves, the patient is required to choose the book which its colour the same as the box's colour and put it inside the box on the table. In this game, focuses on measuring the user's range of motion. The third module, Fast Reaction Game, the patient is required to move his hand to hit the illuminated objects. If the hand hits it, the counter increases by 1. This mode focuses on measuring the patient's reaction speed. To provide more comfortable experience, we aimed to replace the VR controllers by Data Glove to be more lightweight and easy in movement. At the end, thank you for joining us today. We're excited to continue developing this VR game and bring it to those who need it most.